Hey, what's up everybody? Matt Modi here with OddsJam, and in this video we got NFL games on Saturday, as you can see, Saturday. So I'm going to give you my favorite NFL player props specifically for the Saturday betting slate. Pretty cool, filtered specifically for the NFL, filtered specifically for player props, filtered specifically for custom date range equals Saturday, and here we have it, player props to lock in for Saturday. So going to give you my favorite ones. Of course, all of them are pulled from OddsJam, from the positive expected value page. So each one of these plays is mathematically profitable, has the edge over the sports books, which I will explain. The first one that I've actually already locked in on a previous video, still available, still really good. Stefon Diggs under 72.5 receiving yards. The play is at plus 106 at Caesars, obviously in the Dolphins versus Bills game. So number one, the most important thing to look for are the no vig odds you see. Now you can see right here. I like to call these the OddsJam perfect line. Excuse me, the true line of what a market should truly be priced at. So the way this works is OddsJam pulls odds from the sharpest sportsbooks in the world. And the way they know that these sportsbooks are the sharpest is from back testing, right? OddsJam back tested thousands and thousands of betting opportunities over a long period of time. So it's not like, oh, I read somewhere that this book's really sharp, so we're going to use them. No, it's using data with a large sample size over a large period of time. So that's why that's so valuable, these numbers. So basically saying historically, these sports books do the best job at pricing odds. We can get them, or I should say we should use them to set the market moving forward, and then anywhere in which we can get more favorable odds than the no vig line is profitable. So in this case, and where I was going, we can get this at plus 106. The sharp sports books have it at plus 102, plus 103. That equals profitability. And then what you want to do, you want to compare the rest of the sports books to the bet that you're placing. In this case, how does every other sports book compare to 72.5? So we're getting it at plus 106. So keep in mind that if this bet, we're getting it for plus money, so which means that we don't need to win 50% of the time in order to be profitable. And as we can see, the closest book is Pinnacle, which is actually the sharpest sports book in the world. Pinnacle has it as the closest to Caesars at minus 104. Then we have BetOnline, which prices it at minus 111. BetOnline is another sharp sports book, prices this one at minus 111. The rest of the sports books have it as pretty much 50-50 each way. BetMGM, DraftKings, and FanDuel each have it at 50-50 each way, saying that they don't know what side is more likely, like based on their data that they ran. They don't have the over or the under as a more likely scenario, so they're charging the exact same for each side. We are getting it at plus 106. We are getting it for plus money. Clearly, Caesars thinks that the over is significantly more likely. They're the they're the only book that has it priced like that. So for whatever reason, Caesars has received money differently from the rest of the betting markets, which means that we can get a profitable play on Caesars at plus 106. So all in all, this is the first bet that we're going to lock in here. This game is projected to be played in a blizzard in Buffalo, a windy, cold blizzard. That doesn't necessarily bode well for receiving, so I can understand why this play is favored towards the under, right? Why this is a profitable play. The next one that we're going to lock in here, this is in the Ravens versus Browns game. Demarcus Robinson under 36.5 receiving yards. So BetMGM prices this at minus 115. The no vig odds price this at about minus 116, giving us a profitable play. Look at the rest of the sports books. Minus 130, minus 131, minus 141. That's a good sign. Another thing you can do is if you open the event page in a new tab. So the screen that you see right here, giving us where every sportsbook prices the over and the under of the play that we took. But we know that odds are going to be different between sportsbooks. We also know that totals are going to be different between sportsbooks. So if you view this event page in a new tab, it pulls up where every sportsbook is pricing this play. And as we can see, the odds range from 35.5 to 34.5 all the way down to 30.5. In this column right here, this is BetOnline, right? BetOnline, very sharp sportsbook. Not only do they have him priced 2 yards lower than what we got it at BetMGM at minus 115, but they heavily favor it, going under this number. which is a really good sign. So this play, really, really good play. It's my favorite one of the slate. I recommend putting a full unit on it. Demarcus Robinson under 36.5 receiving yards. The next one, and this is going to be the last play, is Amari Cooper over 57.5 receiving yards. We're getting this at plus 108 at Caesars. Nova Gods have this at plus 107, plus 107.5 basically. And Pinnacle does have it close at plus 105, but DraftKings has it at 50-50 each way. BetMGM actually favors it going over. So while these sportsbooks aren't given as heavy weight as Pinnacle, this is still a really good play. And for those of you who've been following along fantasy football, Amari Cooper plays well at home, plays poor on the road. This is a home game. Maybe that means he'll be playing better. And then if we want to view this one in a new tab, it's actually the same game. I could have just kept that one up, but we're looking at Amari Cooper. So we're taking him to go over 57.5. Looks like the other sportsbooks don't price it as much in our favor at 56 and 55, but we are getting plus 108 odds. So that makes sense. Why this one is a little bit of a riskier play, but we're paying for that, obviously, for the plus money. So if it hits, it's more valuable. And that's going to be it. So 3 player props to lock in for Saturday's NFL betting slate. If you're tailing these 3, comment and let me know. Other than that, appreciate you guys watching, and have a good one.